Hello guys and welcome to day 18. So taking advantage of the sun today and going with an outdoor practice. So we'll come to a seated position in the center of our mats, or if you're outside like me, just sitting down. Comfortable cross-legged position. Bring your hands to heart center, or you can rest them on your knees, palms facing upward. And just allow your gaze to soften or your eyes to close as we begin to settle in to the moment. Brought my shades out today, not because I don't want to be looking at you lovely people, but there's quite a glare with the sun, so I'm throwing them on for now. We'll see how we go. So having the spine stacked nice and tall above the hips, allowing the legs to just fall gently down by the side, allowing the shoulders to come back and relax. Allowing the neck to rest in a neutral position. And maybe bringing a gentle smile to her face. And whether we're inside or outside, just becoming aware of our surroundings. And from here, we'll gently start to move into some neck rolls. So tilting our head back and then bringing our chin to chest as we tilt our head forward. And again, tilting our head back, stretching the front of our neck. And on the inhale, we'll come back to center and turn to the left. And on the inhale, back to center. Exhale, turn to head to our right shoulder. And inhale back to center. And we'll just do that one more time. So left head, head to the left shoulder, back to center, head to the right shoulder, back to center. From here, we'll start to do gentle neck rolls from one shoulder to the other, gently moving in that half circle. And then if we're comfortable to do so, if our neck feels good, if we have a healthy neck, then we can do the same on the back from left to right. And when we're ready, again, if our neck feels comfortable to do this, we can take full neck rolls clockwise and then counterclockwise. Just stretching out the neck here and the upper shoulder area that's probably taking lots of phone calls at the moment, and just giving it a chance to relax and to ease out. Bring our head back to center, and from here, bring our hands, fingers, tips to the side, and on the inhale, raise them up, palms together. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Inhale as we raise our hands up above our heads, palms together, and on the exhale, back to heart center. Inhale as we raise our hands overhead, allow our gaze to follow, and on the exhale, bring them back to heart center. And one more time, inhale, raising our hands overhead, and on the exhale, back to heart center. She's going for another. Inhale, overhead, and exhale, back to heart center. And one more time, inhale, overhead, and exhale to heart center. From here, we'll bring our left hand to the outside of our left knee, reach around with our right hand as we press into the ground and get a nice gentle twist for our spine. So what we want to do here is make sure that we're not slouching over. You want to have a nice tall supported spine. Make sure you're initiating the movement from your center rather than stressing your neck or your head trying to get into a deeper twist. Come back to center, give a few shoulder shrugs backwards, just again loosening out the shoulders, nice and easy. And then we'll move to the opposite side. Bring our hand to our knee, bring our left hand out behind, pressing into the ground and initiating that twist from the spine. So again, not worrying about how deep a twist we're in here, more the quality of it. So making sure that we're moving from our center and then coming back to center, shrugging our shoulders and rolling them forward a few times as we rest our hands on our knees, again just helping us to loosen out that shoulder and neck area. Okay, so from here we're going to bring our feet into butterfly. So bring our feet in as close as possible, interlace our hands underneath our feet and allow our legs to fall open to the side, keeping our spine nice and tall and supported. Nice tall back, and inhaling and exhaling. Very good. Okay, so we'll come over onto our hands and our knees, so into tabletop position. So we're doing lots of stretches today. These might seem like gentle or small movements, but they're very strong, they're very powerful, and they will hopefully help you keep your wrists and your neck, all these little areas that are in constant use, healthy. So here we're swaying back and forward, making sure our wrists are stacked under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. Then we turn our hands out to the side and we're going to sway from side to side. Again, just getting that lateral movement in our wrists, moving our body weight, and noticing the stretch in our hands. From here, we'll turn our fingers to face towards our body and we're going to start to rock forward and backwards again. So this one might feel quite intense. You might notice the heel of your hand lifting slightly. You might notice a stretch up the back of your arm, and that's all good. That means that we're just stretching out this area. And then turning to the backs of our hands, bringing our fingers towards our body, and again continuing this back and forth motion and just enjoying the stretch here. So don't be afraid of the stretch. Of course, make sure that you're not hurting as you're doing it, but if you feel a stretch, it's a good thing. It means that the body needs it. So from here, we'll turn our hands back around and we'll start to make small circles around our wrists in one direction and then moving them in the opposite. So moving our wrists in a 360 position and curling our feet as we press back up into a down dog position. So from here, you want your feet hip distance apart or slightly closer, hands shoulder distance apart, hips nice and high, spine elongated and supported, really grounding through our feet, stretching out those hamstrings, so the back of our legs, pressing through our hands to get that support back through our upper body. And from here, we're going to move into a plank. So coming so that your shoulders are stacked above your wrists, pressing through your feet. If you need to modify, come to your knees, cross your feet and hold there. Otherwise, staying in a high plank position, gaze between your hands, and then we'll lift our right foot parallel with our hip and hold, and we'll bring it down, lift our left foot to be parallel with our hip and hold here and lower it down. And from here we'll all come to our knees and reach back into a child's pose. So allow your gaze to become soft, taking a moment to just ease out, maybe even bring your arms to rest by your legs if your wrists need a rest. From here we'll come back up, we'll bring our right foot forward and heel toe it across to the left hand side as we come into pigeon. Allow the top of the left foot to come down to the ground, pressing through our hands. You'll notice a slight arch in our back in our pigeon position here. So you want to make sure that your hip is pointed forward. And you want your front foot parallel with the front of the mat if you can. If not, bring it closer to your body. Then we'll swap sides, bring our left foot forward, heel toe it across to the right. Allow our right foot to come flat to the ground. Our right leg spread behind us, pressing through our hands as we bring our gaze straight ahead or down between our hands, and just breathing here. And from here we'll lean onto the left hip and swing our right foot around to meet back in a cross-legged position at the center of our mat. Shades off. Time to chill out. Bringing our hands to rest on our knees again. Gently closing our eyes. Beginning to allow our breathing to return to its normal rhythm, its normal pace. As we generally aim to practice breathing in and out through our nose, just to build and maintain that heat in our body as we're practicing. Now maybe allowing it to return to your normal, which may be in through the nose, out through the mouth. Allowing your body to rest. Maybe noticing any sounds around, any movement in the house or in the space you're in. If you're outside, people walking, sound of birds. As you go forward, maybe you have peace in your thoughts, your words, your heart, your body and soul. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and thank you. We'll see you tomorrow for day 19.